But Billy had this knack, and Mark and I were talking about it the other night. I said Billy had this like little game we'd play with him. He would go over to his house, be walking around looking for him. He'd jump out of somewhere, usually a tree or something, and he'd pound you. So I would then get beat up and be a little sissy and go, hey Mark, somebody come help me. And then we'd go around and track Billy down, and then we'd like get him and we'd beat. It took all three of us to beat him up. But we did this for times. I felt like Inspector Clouseau in Pink Panther when Kato would jump out. And one time he jumped off the guy. I'm like in the back. I got a maid. Billy's not here. I'm walking around the yard. All of a sudden, the back garage. Remember your back garage? Billy comes over from somewhere. I don't know where the heck he even came from. Came out of the sky, jumps down, and starts pounding me. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna go with the boys. And we'd hunt him down. And he had this ability to hit you with this middle. You remember the finger? He would just beat you with this thing, and then we'd hunt him down and get him. And it took three of us to whoop on him. I got to tell you another story. One time I got home and I bought a dirt bike. Saved enough money to buy a dirt bike. I used to hide it in the garage, but back then you didn't have keys. So I would take it apart so my older brothers wouldn't ride it. I'd take the spark plug out and hide it and stuff. And I come home one time and it's laying on the garage floor and it's beat to tar. And Billy's kind of looking like, well, what the heck happened? Billy goes, hey Brian, I gotta tell you, your brothers beat me up until I gave them the code, how to put the spark plug in, found the wire. So they pounded him until he showed them how to start the mini bike, and then they just ran the tar out of it. So it was out of gas. They didn't even let him ride it. So after all that, Billy didn't get to ride the mini bike. So we trust downtown, we get some gas, come back up, put gas, and I figured, okay, Billy's gonna get the crap beat out, they'll let you run the mini bike. So he and I learned how to pop the clutch. Billy was not a good driver. Never good enough, thank God. He never got on a motorcycle. It would have been dead real soon at an early age. But he's killing it. And I go, God dang, Billy, give us some gas. And he does, and pops a wheel, and he's all over the place. He hits the ground, and he's got these big dangling legs flying all over. Comes around the corner and smacks right in my mom's lilac bush and just wipes out. And he gets up, and his glasses are all crooked, and he's got it like I'm going, oh, Jesus Christ, Billy, what the heck? So I just walked away. But that was his reward, I guess, for getting beat up, for letting my brothers ride my built line side dirt bike. So I got to tell you a scary time I had with Billy one time. We had borrowed these bikes. I borrowed mine. He stole the one he was on. And we were going down the street real fast. We were actually going down Pine Street. And Martha Turner had this real cool looking bike. And we thought we'd want to take him for a spin. And we did, without permission. And I'll never forget this, and I told my son this story because it scared the crap out of me. We're heading towards 4th Street on Pine. You guys know where that's at? And Billy doesn't stop. And some guy in a black truck, because I remember the guy's face, he's going these holy crap looks. And Billy misses his car. I thought it was the end. I thought, holy, he's going to hit that car. He didn't brake. He's just going straight through. That truck goes, he misses another, he slams on her brakes. I don't know how she didn't hit it. He gets the other side. And I'm looking at Billy, and the whole way, he's on the bike, and he's pedaling backwards. And I go, Billy, what? He goes, the brakes didn't work. I go, they're hand brakes. So, my sympathy, Billy, is this. You almost died, and all I'm thinking the whole time is about me. I gotta go tell Mary, Billy got back a freaking truck. Because he didn't know how handbrakes were on a goddamn bike. And then we borrowed it. We were gonna take them, we took them back. Like quick. Anyway, he scared the crap out of me, and I thought, oh my gosh, well, Billy should have never got hurt because he should have died when we were on Pine Street one time. Another little story, God, we did a lot of bad things. One time we were playing with fireworks. Kids, don't ever play with fireworks unless you're under adult supervision, please. I'm not a role model, so for credit. Yeah, I'm not a role model, so don't listen to what we do. So we you know how you get with fireworks or anything else, as you play with something, you get a little more brave. So we decided that we would take these and start shooting them at each other. And I'll never forget, we're running down the street. Anybody know who Joe McGee is? Yeah, he was innocent. Billy we're shooting these all over the place, and we think we're thinking real funny, right? We're running down the street where Renee Ruck lives, and her mom was watching us, which we got in trouble because everybody knew. Billy shoots his Roman count and blash, hits Joe, smack dab, bang, and it bounces off him. Thank God I burned my shirt. And then we shot one underneath the car, And that was pretty much it. Then we ran like little scared little kids because it was just crazy. But we got in trouble because Renee Bruck knew because her mom was yelling at us as we were running down the street. But I'll never forget that because the look on Billy's face when he shot Joe, it was one of those. And Billy had a really good smile, and he had those black rimmed glasses that I'll never forget. And he kind of looked at us, and then we like giggled like little girls and ran down the street. We did it again the next night too. Another story. Then I got some questions. There's two songs. If you ever get a chance, I played one for my son. He's like, "Oh my God, that's a terrible song." But Billy used to sing these two songs that reminded Carmen, "Billy, don't be a hero." He actually thought he could sing. And I would come up, he'd be singing, I'd go, "What the heck is that song?" It was terrible. Anybody remember that song? Yeah. You have a better voice than he did. The other one was Guitar Zan. Remember that one, folks? Raised me, yeah, there's one. That's a throwback. He would do this little before lip sync was in, but he would do this little thing, little thing in Guitar Zan. And we would just, it was hilarious. He did it one time down in one of Chuck Walker's make-out parties in his basement. And we all just laughed our butts off. And then I started going, "This is a terrible song." But he loved it. He swung from a tree, and that was part of his whole thing. So I'm going to wrap up, give Mark some time. And actually, hi, Tom. No, the other Tom. Tom Roman. I'm so glad you made it. Because you're up third, right? What? Yeah, I'll tell you a quick story on Tom because he wasn't going to show up. I was going to tell you, I used to have gym class by him. Don't ask me how L gets by R. So if you weren't going to show up, Tom, I could basically say I saw you naked in high school. And Laura, you're a lucky woman. I'm being nice, Tom. Okay. We got to keep it low because otherwise you're going to be falling asleep. So here's the question. Here's the questions I get when I come back. I used to come back all the time, and it was like I never left. I mean, Billy was really like a brother to me more than a friend, and he gave me more than I could ever give him. Even, people, talk about all the stuff he gets to. But a couple things. I didn't know he was Mexican until about 8th grade. And I never really ever thought of Billy as being disabled. It was kind of weird. Here's the question I get when I come back, though. And I get it all the time. People look at me and go, "What Lauber are you?" And they even misspelled my name on my golf cart today. My son's going, "What the heck?" The other one I get is, "Do you color your hair?" Don't ask me why I get that, because I have gray hair. But I'm just glad I keep my hair. I don't shave or cut my hair in the summer. So if I look like I'm homeless, that might be a little bit of that kind of look. And I get asked this, where'd I get this shirt? So I actually had these made because I'm very proud of where I came from. And small communities come together. You guys come together. I see stuff on Facebook when what small town, we tease about it, at St. Edward's, when anybody died or something happened, they would come together and have meals and do stuff, and the comfort you can bring to somebody during tough times. So I'll leave you one question I have. But remember this is how people remember Billy. Don't let anybody ever define you. Don't ever give up on yourself, and you have to take a risk. And that's kind of what I learned from Billy over the years. And it took me a lot of years to figure this out. It wasn't while I was a young punk. It was much later on in life. As I get older, I'm supposed to mellow a little bit. I think I'm getting a little bit smarter, and I'm trying to figure things out just so I can have peace with this stuff. And the other thing is, ask where I get these shirts. Anybody ask where I get these? And people have asked, what would I do for Billy? I would actually give Billy the shirt off my back. So I'm going to do this. Where's Marcia Galindo? I'm going to give you a shirt off my back. Thank you very much.